All right, Aaron.
I'm wearing a lei because pink and red go together so well. No,
Yes.
because
Looks great on you. Thanks, Aaron.
I
All
spent
right,
a lot
that's
of
our
money
Wall
on this
Street
wardrobe.
report.
All right. Listen, I'm wearing this because a company is ringing the bell this morning that is in the business of making sugar and coffee, and it's a Hawaiian company, and we all probably want to move to Hawaii now because we're sort of cold and depressed about the market. So we're going to have the CEO on. These are real flowers. So we're just trying to cheer ourselves up. Part of the problem here is the jobless claims, which just crossed. They came out with an increase of 15,000 claims in the most recent week. And that puts the continuing claim number that people focus on. This is literally the most watched number on a week-to-week basis at 478,000. That is a strong recessionary territory, shall I say?
Aaron, what is that as far as unemployment rate? Is that like 6.1, 6.2%? Where are we?
It's a really good question. Right now, technically, Joe, we're at 6.1. That number is likely to tick up. That number, though, doesn't include people who have been out of work for so long that they're discouraged workers. They've sort of given up looking. If you adjust the unemployment rate for those individuals, you're probably around 6.4 already. And some economists estimate that in this slowdown will go as high as somewhere between 8 and 9% unemployment. Even Alan Greenspan.
Those are Jimmy Carter numbers.
Well, they won't be Great Depression numbers, though, which was 25.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
Here, part of the problem is when you had cheap credit for so long, you had a lot of most jobs in this country are provided by small businesses. It's the dirty secret. People think it's provided by big companies. Not true. Small businesses provide the most jobs. Over the past few years, credit was cheap. A lot of businesses that maybe shouldn't have been in business were, and now the scale back is happening. So you got to hope that even though it's painful, we come out stronger on the other side. Alan Greenspan is going to speak today in front of Congress. He's going to talk about that. He does. His comment here is, I cannot see in this slowdown how we can avoid a significant rise in layoffs and unemployment. But this is going to be fascinating television today. We're going to have Alan Greenspan testifying, along with some of the other individuals who are currently in charge of the system and who were in charge 7-8 years ago, shall we say, when a lot of the problems really, shall we say, got stirred up and excited. Alan Greenspan, a lot of people were pointing the blame game. A lot of people are pointing at Alan Greenspan because he is the one who encouraged subprime loans, said Alt-A loans were all right, and kept interest rates at incredibly low levels for an incredibly long period of time. Who knows, but it's going to be fascinating testimony. He's going to speak, and then he's going to take questions from Congress today. Also today, we're going to hear from Neil Kashkari, Cash and Carry, as we call him. He is the 35-year-old former Goldman Sachs investment banker who is running the TARP program. He will be testifying today in front of Congress and also, I believe, taking questions. So that one will be interesting. One final thing, as we talk about reform here, and we're now focused on the economy, but one thing Alan Greenspan's going to talk about is, and it appears to me reading his testimony, likely endorsing dramatic changes, if not the end of the originate to sell model. And that really is the whole root of the problem.
Yeah.
I can originate a loan.
Concerned about that.
Well, I mean, okay, all right. But you originate a loan, and because you don't have to hold on to the loan, you don't care if people don't pay it off, so you sell it off. That fundamental thing, originating when you don't care if it's paid off and selling it to someone else who's, bigger dupe than you. Probably not the best way to run a mortgage system.
International superstar Erin Burnett looking very festive this morning.
Yes, I try to cheer people up.